My friends, I think we are alive. If Techpocalypse didn't take us all down, I think we are alive. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hello, hello, hello. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sean. My name is Firefly 2018. One way or the other. Green Gamer 421. Didn't turn on enough lights. Forgot that my microphone doesn't come with me anymore. I finally got suckered in buying Final Fantasy. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I have one political video I'm gonna show first.
Dynamics of the election would have been.
How's that? Hey, didn't get a notification today until after your Discord burst. That's probably because I clicked the buttons in the wrong order. You know, sometimes you're just out of practice. Sometimes you're just, that's the wrong screen. It's the wrong, right screen, but the wrong video. Our music today is sponsored by Lo-Fi Geek. Make sure you check them out if you like the lo-fi vibes that I play. They have a pretty good selection over there. Go check them out. I actually used to be a subscriber, but poor. RFK. That's where we're at this point. He's got a new video out that it has nothing to do with the vaccine, so I feel like I'll be safe to play it. So let's give this a go.
They are, in a word, game-changing.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's 2 words, but this is a big. Finally.
Sorry.
All right, so the numbers are finally in, and they are, in a word, game-changing.
Whoa.
Okay.
You know,
so
I love my numbers.
This is a big deal. In light of the most normal political week of all time, Team Kennedy would like to pile it on today with some incredibly staggering polling data. Now, the quick preface here is that we wanted to test where people stood after they heard Bobby's message from himself, as opposed to the media's version. The poll was meant to be private, but the results were so interesting we have to share. Let's get into it. Zogby Strategies just released a poll with over 1,300 respondents and a margin of error of just 2.8%, so very solid data. In a head-to-head matchup between President Trump and President Biden, it's essentially 50-50, so no surprise there. In a head-to-head matchup between Vice President Harris and President Trump, it's, again, pretty close to 50-50, with Harris doing a few points worse than Biden, so again, no surprise there. But in the head-to-head matchup between President Donald J. Trump and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Kennedy wins by a whopping 14 points, 57 to 43. This would be a landslide victory for our first independent president since George Washington. Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, Green Party, we all would unite under a Kennedy administration. Let's compare this
Because of the whole independent thing.
It had Kennedy barely ahead of Trump, but still winning. So these numbers suggest that since that horrendous debate, Kennedy is surging. So why isn't the media covering this? Why are they still saying that this is a race between 2 people? To answer that properly, we have to go all the way back to 1992.
Can you explain what internet is?
It's called the Backstreet Boys.
I still believe in a place called home.
It was Democrat Bill Clinton, Republican George Bush, and independent Ross Perot. And we all know what happened.
That's it. Game, set, match. It's over.
Bill Clinton won 43% of the popular vote.
Still think
Bush won 37%.
Clinton might have been the best president ever. I don't know. Shoot me out of a microphone.
Few people know. An exit polling firm called Voter Research and Surveys conducted exit polls in 1992, and this is crazy. They revealed that upwards of 40%
I need to put a chat on the screen.
would have voted for Ross Perot if they believed he had a chance to win. If people had voted their conscience in the 1992 election, Clinton's numbers would have gone from 43 to 31, Bush from 38 to 27, and Ross Perot would have been the president. So, pre-election polling dramatically underestimated the appeal of Perot's candidacy. But the media in 1992 continued to push this spoiler/wasted vote narrative.
Third-party outsider.
The near impossible.
It's out of his grasp.
But at this point, most agree Perot needs a miracle.
We will landslide this thing if the people vote their conscience.
Had voters, the media, and analysts actually understood Perot had a real shot to win the election, the entire narrative and therefore the dynamics of the election would have been completely different. So, something about this story seems vaguely familiar. If Bobby's even talked about in the media, he's talked about in the exact same way.
A spoiler candidate, a spoiler.
Spoiler. Fringe presidential aspirants.
All right, so to sum up, based on the lessons of history and the data that we just received, if people vote their conscience on November 5th, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. would be the next president of the United States. But what these lessons teach us also is that we have to believe he can win. We are steeped in a media-induced Stockholm syndrome. We feel beholden to our captors because we're convinced they're the only options we have. So each side spends hours and hours rationalizing the behavior of their person, who we all know in our guts does not deserve to be president. We have the opportunity to do something that would completely change our country forever. But we need you now more than ever. If you can contribute $5 or $10 by clicking the link below, we can continue
course, it all comes back to the money.
momentum toward the first independent president, leading the first true unity government that this country has ever seen. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
I always show those things because I like what he has to say. Like, I'm thinking these things, and he makes a video that says that. So, like that. Like, I guess y'all didn't know where he'd stand, but didn't, yeah. I don't know how much y'all are going to enjoy watching me play Final Fantasy. I spent most of the first day going through all my inventories and retainers, finding, like, trading out my old expired tomestones. Like, it just, all the stuff that got on my nerves the last time is kind of already getting on my nerves about it again. I had to buy all the crafting gear because you have to buy your first set and then you make it and sell it once you have the set. And you hope that your set and your money work better. How are our game sounds versus volume here? Well, I got suckered into. I wasn't gonna buy the expansion pack because I'm like, how many months of play of new dungeons and stuff am I gonna have to unlock that I haven't played that are included in the things that I already paid for? So, but then I got to my red mage and I was like, oh, I remember why I stopped doing this, because all these little extra piddly quests didn't really give you any experience because you were already at cap and you couldn't do them unless you were at cap. That always bothered me. I should be able to use the experience of doing these quests on my other jobs. Like, let me take the quest on the job that I want to take it on, do all the work on my favorite job, and then turn that quest in and get some experience points on the job of my chosen choice, or I don't know, a scroll of experience points you could use on the job you chose to use it or something, as opposed to just no experience points. I mean, I guess for me, these serotonin level ups are what I crave. You stop getting experience points, you're like, why am I doing this again? What? You know, like the quests that they give you after the end of Endwalker, but before the next expansion comes out. Right. Chat box. Why does it look like that? It's about the story. I get bored with the stories. Why is this being weird? What do we think about Techpocalypse yesterday? I think I futzed around with my computer, or thinking my video card was gone forever before I realized that maybe I was part of that thing, but I never had that security system. Not like I pay for that. Either way, I couldn't get my, like, it was not kind of nice to just have an excuse to not do anything on the computer. I was like, ah, there's not working. Womp womp. Everybody take the day off. Fuck the economy. Just everybody just go back to your house and sit there for a day. Thank you. This. Whoa. There are many chats. Baby steps. Which steps? It's about the stories. Those quests are meant to be done at max level. By the way, your audio is really good on this scene. But the last scene, it sounded teeny. When I was talking. This is probably where we'll sit for the vast majority of the stream. Is the audio level's good for game mechanics and such. Yeah, I don't. You have to explain quest sync to me. So like, it's supposed to like the quest syncs to the level you're at, or it takes the job you're at to the level you are, but you're still not gaining experience points. I mean, like, I really want to level up all the jobs just as like a completionist, but I don't really like playing all the jobs. So I'm trying to skis the system and would like some way just to be like, look, I leveled them all. Look, these numbers say that I did that. Because really, like, Black Mage in this game, every time I ever try to play Black Mage in this, I'm just like, ugh, this is so... I know, now immediately everybody makes fun of my layout. The first step to... I guess you can't really see it because of all the chat. Does that make the screen too busy because of all the chat? Should I make the chat box smaller? But you can't really see it, right? Mosquitoes find me everywhere. And that's the emote wall. That still works. Alert boxes still work. Video capture main screen. Let's fix this a little bit. Fix this a little bit. Scooch it up. I'm going to put the chat box here. Should be the most relevant. Now I need to put something in the middle of the screen in between, but I guess we'll work on that later. What do we think? It's enough layout for everybody. Everybody see my screen. Everybody Happy. The first Endwalker Alliance raid gives you a decent amount of experience points. But I mean, I just kept saying, but everything you do after level 90, you don't get anything experience points for. Like, I've already gotten almost a whole level of Red Mage experience points because I purchased the expansion. If I hadn't purchased the expansion, I could only do it on my Paladin, Red Mage. I guess I should do this so that I can see where I'm at here. I have a level 90 Paladin, a level 90 White Mage, a level 90 Red Mage. Everything else isn't me. I mean, obviously, you can get a tank and a healer to 90 in like a weekend if you really focus on it. Just dungeon forever, and you'd be right up there in no time. In no time. DPS is not so much. I'm still, like, I'm trying to level my, like, I'm playing the MSQ through as Red Mage, and the queues are much longer. But that's kind of what how the game is expected to be played, right? Like, that's why you craft a little bit in between. That's why you do some fates in between, explore the world. That's like how it would work in real life, right? So do we prefer Final Fantasy music, or do we want to have lo-fi beats in the background? We want to have something else, something curated, or do we like the Final Fantasy music? Should probably change the category. Oh, we're in the big leagues now, guys. We're officially in the Final Fantasy 14 chat. Dun, dun, dun. I just fought the dude in the red cape who was like, "Oh my god, that's gonna be my Halloween costume this year." Don't remember his name. Like this. That's probably really loud for you guys. Rubicante. Yeah. There's my Halloween costume. All I need is some red fabric and some body paint and a thong. Done. Also, I'm gonna have to start working out like a mother. Start doing the Thor workout tomorrow. You know, just start lifting everything around me. Just pick it up and put it down for no reason. Just pick it up, put it down for no reason. Why are you doing that? Because lifting, bro. Because lifting. So that's 2 or 3 more trials and 3 more dungeons. See, like, Jesus. And I actually like to read the stories, so brace yourself for that. I think, best I can tell, we are in the middle of hunting for Vashran. I'm probably gonna butcher that awful. This fella here in front of us. He is looking for his sister, who happens to be a dragon. And we get some experience points, some gold, and some food or more gold. But also, his eyes light up when he sees us. Aww. Aww. Green, it's good to see you. Have you any news from old Charlian? We've yet to hear from Stola regarding her search in the menu. Void. Ugh. I'm awful at reading these. This is really what I'm gonna do. But I need to. Yes. As for Zero, that way I have no pressure. I can't handle the pressure of having to read it quickly. Like, oh my god, speed reading. What is happening? Is something the matter? I can't no promises of the voices all the time either. Just sometimes she feels British to me, right? Like she feels British to me. She's got that snooty air of I'm British. I've been doing this old British thing since before the dawn of time. No, Green paid us a visit so I was apprising him of a recent developments or lack thereof. Are you heading somewhere? To replenish my ether. I mean, like, why do they all sound like pirates? She's from the void. Why does she sound like a pirate? Would you like to come? Ooh. Is that a proposition or? Oof, I feel like exchanging ether is a very intimate thing in Final Fantasy, isn't it? A rare but most welcome invitation. Timely too, I might add. I myself was thinking of venturing out into the city. It will be my pleasure to join you. You will accompany us, of course. Come then. I have an errand to run at the bazaar first. See, I can't not do her British. Snooty British. Like, am I the only one who doesn't like her? Like, I guess we're not supposed to like her, but, Okay. Alright, so, Path of Laziest Resistance. There's a reason there's an easy way to teleport around the world. Use it. All right, I haven't checked any of my... This is like your daily work. It feels like you're doing Stardew Valley, your daily report. He brought back some gold and some snowflakes. Okay. Unless they've changed it, I still think the most efficient way to turn your seals to money is through ventures and your retainers, but that's been a long time ago. They might have added some new stuff to seals. They've changed this a little, like the trust to withdraw items slots filled. Like obviously I have a whole shit ton of slots filled. I love the entrust duplicates idea. That's super cool, and I love that. Like a little bit of inventory management. As a crafter, I'm like, yes, please, please. Oh my god. Because especially now, I have no idea what my reckoning was. Like at one point, I had 4 retainers that all had like rhymes and reasons for inventory, and it was just like, it was so overwhelming with the amount of items in my inventory. So I'm just gonna go through and sell it all because I don't know what I'm doing it is, and that's just how it is. It's probably not even worth it, and then you can just rebuy it later anyway. A gil is a more fluid, retainable resource than the actual inventory item itself. Like, the whole thing is designed to just dump it in there. Everyone is supposed to be like her. She's the lost woman from the wilderness who needs rescue. Apparently I'm missing a whole conversation. Oh, that's not necessarily. Ether's just a basic form of life, back when we were talking about if ether is intimate or not. I mean, She comes like Yastola comes out of it naked every time. Is all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Yay! They added the pretty recently before Dawn Trail all the inventory sort, the duplicates. Everyone is supposed to like her. She's the lost. Oh, talked about Zero. Got it. From the wilderness who needs the rescue. Everyone's supposed. But maybe I'm just a cynical bitch. Cause why are you lost in the wilderness? It's creepy. Are you so awful that somebody just like left you in the woods? Like, where are the people that care about you, and why aren't they like searching these woods for you? That's you don't have anybody that cares about you. No money. Even nice people even have a mailman. Your mailman notices. If you're nice to your mailman, they will notice when you die. It's a good reason to be nice to your mailman. Wow, that got deep real quick. Anyway, Final Fantasy. We're selling shit on the inventory. That's what we're doing. Sell items in your inventory on the market. I may or may not be a little stoned, you guys, but there's no way to prove it. I just made that ingot, as I recall, yesterday, so I know it's relatively recent. I don't know what the hell this is. I'm probably just gonna put that up for sale. Technically, Zero is Xenos Void Scent, so we eliminate Zero's who's left. Oh wow, deep. That was pretty deep. That makes a lot of sense. What is that? Was that spoilers? Did you just like ruin the whole story for me and I'm gonna murder you? Is that what just happened? Interesting. She lost herself. Like, I'm not sure. I keep shiny pretty gems. Waystones, sand is probably something. It's a crafting material. Everything is something, and you're like, wow, now I have. Let's just sell. These look like old crafted items. Oof. The same. It's like, right, these must be. Thought that was pretty much the case. That's how we met Zero earlier, back in the second dungeon, after posting Walker. So that's probably, but I have started that and got bored with it. Like, that's really why I stopped playing, because it was like, I got bored with this storyline. Got bored. So easily bored. Oof. 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 I feel like a lot of this stuff has gone down in value since I purchased, or some of it, you're like, it's funny to me that stuff that I've had in my inventory for 100 years is sometimes worth more than what they say. It's sometimes worth a lot less. And it always depends on who's making what and what's coming in. Like, this whole thing... Because all the new stuff, all the good stuff comes from the new land that I don't have access to yet, which is what makes it high demand, is because people want to get the armor made, but need to just, or don't, like, have never bothered to craft it, like gather it themselves. Anyway, I just can't imagine any high-level crafter that would not have already leveled at least one of the gathering professions. I just can't imagine. Some of the N1 crafter stuff are still used in Dawn Trail earlier craft, so it's not a bad idea to sell them in the market board. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna sell everything because I don't know what I'm doing, and it's like, am I gonna jump back into crafting? Like, that requires websites and spreadsheets and like really to be good at it if you don't know how to use Teamcraft. I have a video on that from way back. Probably still relevant. They've only changed the oof. This feels like playing the stock boards too. Like, I feel like you'd get the same thrill if you really played like high level, like up in the millions, guild items. Get that same thrill. Sometimes some of the lowliest stuff gets you. Oh, this is water. I remember water being one of those things that it was like every alchemical base needed water of some sort, of some kind of special water. This one I can definitely put up. It's probably not worth anything. Boomer has all the crafters and gatherers maxed out with their BIS, so you can probably get in an idea of how much of mats you need if I even want to craft. I was like, that's what got to me in the end of it, was because I had to purchase my own crafting materials, and it became a whole job. Like I just, it's a whole job if you really want to make money crafting, knowing what's going on, watching the market boards, changing servers. It's a whole thing. What? How is it one beetle glue worth 2,000 gil? Like 29? Like what? Like, I know this is a base, you need a lot of that for stuff. I like to be able to just make, like, I know you need it right there for lumber. I really like to just be able to make stuff. Like, what the hell is this? Prize flower grown in the nightmare fungal garden. Oops, it's full. Now we're at 3 gil. And I have literally 2 retainers that I can't even access because they're not paying me extra $2 a month for. Right? They always say this is the best time to level your crafter gatherers. I mean, your gatherers. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I know. Just selling a bunch of crap. And this used to be worth something back in the day. Aether Sand was always a pain in the ass. I know as soon as I sell it, I'm gonna want it, and then it's gonna cost me more than what I sold it for. That's below average, and I feel like you need that for stuff. Level 80 alchemy tinctures. Am I ever gonna make that? Probably not. Like, I'm pretty good at least. I can't believe how many like the hotkeys and stuff I still remember. Like being able to just call up the crafting log and go to the right places, going to your deliveries, going to your collectibles. Oh, look at all these like I think that's personally the best way to level crafter is going through these because you need the scripts about the gear anyway. So, and you get great experience points for like high quality of these things, but it's usually a hassle. These things don't usually come easily. I looked at that 2 ingredients now. That's probably something. Snow cotton. Womp womp womp. That's how it makes me feel. Deep breaths. So anyway, and yeah, for some kind of quest. Deep look, like how many of these things are like, do I need for quest items? I don't even know. I guess it's not relevant for that kind of gold. Just buy it back later, right? Ceruleum tanks. That's an airship. That's probably something I had for the free company. Can't be put up for sale. Can't put that for sale. Can't put those up for sale. Hard leather. Mountain chromium ore. It's like something I needed for a quest. I bet I needed 100 of it, and I'm like, there it goes. So many quests, so little time. Literally anyway. Oh, see, look, it's already selling stuff on the other side. These are the new, you trade them off somewhere. Materium. Okay, we'll give it a sort now. Like, I have a whole good last page, right? So I got mogul tombstones. Looks like, yep. This is probably thrilling content, right? Thrilling. Not that I totally expect it, but I'm sad that I can't give an Endwalker relic for my Viper. Not yet. Start the petition. It's a video game, they can make whatever they want. Okay, so I need to go speak with Zero. That's why we started walking. Oh, hey. Stalker match. He's like, I just happened to be in the area. Level 92, what were you? Very, Bollywood chic at your look was there. I just burned through a whole lot of those, making my red mage up to level. I'm picking up more spice. What's her face told me to do so before my next visit. Mr. Zero has quite a tolerance, you see. Sisters know we Hashash are fond of spicy food, but I doubt any of us could keep up with her. Anish, her, which is why I'm happy to provide what they need to achieve more vigorous flavors. Now then, variety being the spice of life, perhaps you'd like to choose something extra to blend the Mistress Zero's usual. It'll help keep things interesting. What do you say? Fine by me. You can appreciate the nuances of the world's substances so far better than I expect. I don't. See, this is the kind of quest that kills me. I'm now selecting her palettes. Like, what? A colorful array of spices peer out from a hempen sack. Obviously the crimson one. Bright red color this powder is. Hot just to look at. It will likely induce a healthy sweating when consumed. Yes. Oh, that's a fine choice, but don't take my word for it. Here, have a taste. Zero may wish to observe your reaction. It would be considerate to sample the spice in her presence. Oh, now I have to eat it? Where did it go? Well... Okay, you tentatively place some of the spice on your tongue. A veritable blaze engulfs your mouth. Your reaction speaks volumes. That will suffice then. Always a pleasure, Mr. Zero, and do give Mahedr my regards. Mahedr? I'm gonna butcher a lot of this, you guys. That was your Viper Ninja Glam. Ah, very Bollywood. I'm telling you, you could be dancing at the end of a movie. And now we have to go back out, and so not only did I have to like, wait, separate. Just the most like complicated place she ever could have been. Okay.
My usual, please. But with this spice.
Ivy red.
Of course, Zero. It would be my pleasure. Well now, this is enough to make a whole kettle of your special curry. I don't need that much. Rest assured, it's easy enough to make a serving just for you. Or we could make the kettle and share it. There would be enough not only for your companions but other diners as well. I dare say everyone will be delighted. Very well. A full kettle then.
Aww, she's growing a heart. And it starts with giving everyone extremely spicy curry.
And our esteemed adventurer, are you happy to try a bowl of Zero's curry? We can make yours milder if you prefer.
Love spicy food.
Grateful though I am for the offer.
But I know how many people hate it.
Appreciate the flavor with this vessel. Another time, perhaps.
Like, people like to say, I might be a white person, but I'm not practicing. Pulls out my spice drawer.
My friend. Eat and enjoy.
Oh yeah, give me it all. That's how I stay so cat-like thin. Eating all them curries.
Understood. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
Spicy dishes have long been favored in our sultry clime for their ability to whet the appetite and cool the body. Of course, spices also have the effect of preserving foods, which makes them highly coveted in foreign lands.
Mm-hmm.
All of this has given rise to a thriving spice industry, and the wealth it brings has allowed our nation to prosper while maintaining its neutrality.
So you trade your spices? Seems rather more complicated than trading in East.
If I could make my character do anything at this table, he'd be like falling asleep at the table. Like.
In the beginning, this land was no more than refuge for me. But now it is my home, and the people of Radzathan my beloved children.
Aww.
Together,
Mush.
we build this vibrant nation. And naught would please me more than to show it to my sister one day.
Vibrant. Rubicante said the same when he described this world.
Okay. Okay. I'm tuned back in.
All that has been stolen from us. What many who remember doubtless yearn to take back.
And what's disappointed?
Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
Nonetheless, it's wrong to damn another to save yourself, as I told Rubicante. As I found myself moved to speak.
So are we like reliving it?
Understand what made me feel this way.
I think I was there.
Nor what compels you mortals to help one another. But I hope to someday.
We too hope that you will find the answers you seek.
I mean, I echo that sentiment.
What is going on?
What's happening?
Compliments of Mistress Zero, the Satrap's honored guest. We are serving a special curry for anyone who wishes to partake. But be warned, it is not for the faint of heart.
Oh, at least she warned him. At least she warned him. She wasn't like, oh, here's free curry, and it was just like burned into everybody's throats.
Oh, by all means, I'd welcome the challenge.
Oh, sisters have mercy. The smell alone is...
It burns! It burns!
To better maintain the facade, the alchemists ensured that my vessel was capable of consuming food.
Okay, that was good. That was good.
However, I fear Zero's curry would test the limits of their design.
Apologies for the delay. Please relax and enjoy your meal.
Relax. I don't have time for that. I've been waiting for this. Come. Let's replenish our ether.
See? She says it in such a creepy way. Look how she's staring. Like, it's creepy. Let's replenish our ether. My whole life flashed before my eyes, and it was exhilarating. I thought the spices we picked were perfect. I'm gonna say that. I enjoyed it.
I trust you have eaten your fill. I shall have Marit prepare a meal for us to take to Estinian. I suspect he too is overdue a replenishment.
Mm-hmm. See? We
By this
paused.
hour, he will have retired to his chambers at Magaduta. Come, let us pay him a visit.
It's the subtle nuances that add that je ne sais quoi, as it were. The spicy curry has left you slightly flushed and set your heart racing. Whatever challenges await you, you're ready to face them head on and with feeling. Rawr! I am Catman, hear me roar. And now I gotta go find this hooker. Okay, great. We're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. Zooming it way out, boss. Zooming it way out. Get a better live view there, boss. Welcome back. Master Estinian? Yes. He has returned to his chambers. I shall be happy to escort you. Proceed to Estinian's chambers, yes. Hello, Mr. Estinian. Do you wish to replenish your ether?
Estinian, are you there? We've brought something for you.
Oh. Yep. 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 We just busted up in on his workout.
Masala from the Mehane. I thought you might enjoy it.
Good reason. Good reasoning.
Masala, eh? I prefer my squid dried. But I'm sure it won't disappoint. My thanks.
It's kind of a dick thing. Like, well, thanks. Next time. We tried.
Idle as I am in the sorceress's absence, I see. I can't offer much in the way of entertainment, but make yourselves comfortable.
She's like, I am comfortable. Nah, I'm uncomfortable. I'm definitely uncomfortable.
Shall we disrobe as well?
No.
No, no. You simply caught our friend unprepared. He will make himself presentable at once, I am sure.
He's like, you in my house. Well, I mean, I guess it's technically the old kids, the Bash Rams. I'll never get that one right.
At last. We've been looking for you.
Nevertheless, the fans went ape nuts that day. Love it.
My friends, tell me, were you able to devise a way to return to the 13th?
I believe so. It required a visit to the moon, where I took the opportunity to enlist Eorzea's assistance.
Eorzea. Queen du jour.
Have told me all. I should be glad to help you free Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Drama queen.
If Rubicante spoke true, both Golbez and Ashdaya are on the moon of the 13th. Unlike here in the source, however, we have no means of making the journey from the surface of the star itself. The technology simply does not exist. Therefore, I propose that we employ a gate to deliver us directly to our destination.
Is such a feat possible?
In theory. Having once been a single hole, the source and its reflections share striking similarities in geography. And according to a certain someone who unceremoniously whisked us away to the first, the same locations across the worlds are intrinsically bound. All of which is to say, were we to pass through a gate on the source's moon, it should lead us to the moon of the 13th.
That's a pretty big should.
Of course, there is the risk of Voidsent gaining entry to our world. Thus did I decide to seek Eorzea's counsel.
Both the Watcher and the Loporrits are aware of our proposed endeavor. While they are yet deliberating precautionary measures, they have pledged their full cooperation. You've been busy. I presume you've also found a way to open this gate.
Of course. Been the driving intellectual force behind the whole campaign.
Scholars have long cast their gaze unto the endless dark of the void. And so, with harnessed insights to augment our knowledge, we have indeed conceived of a promising plan to pierce the veil. A plan I am confident will succeed, precisely because the moon is our stage.
Precisely because. Okay. It sounds like gaslighting. Here's the problem, but that's exactly why it will work.
We will require vast quantities of ether.
Mm-hmm.
After all, our gate must be large enough to accommodate another great worm.
Come on. Come on!
My proposal entails delivering copious amounts of ether to the Tower of Babel in Garlemald. As you will recall, Fandaniel used the structure to destroy the brand's imprisoning Zodiac. And we, in like manner, will use it to channel ether to the moon, and thereby open our gate.
I see.
It's amazing, like, I can't believe the fan fiction of this isn't just everywhere. Probably is, I just don't look for it.
Just so, Your Excellency. I intend to head back anon for that very purpose, as well as to help devise our strategy to deal with invading Voidsent. Along with our lunar allies, we will once again require the assistance of your alchemists, Nidana not least of all. May I trouble you to serve as their escort?
Fine by me. The room was beginning to feel constraining. For my part, I shall oversee the requisite tasks on the star. Might I prevail upon you for your assistance?
If all are in agreement, then let us set to work. We'll open our gate, and we will stop Golbez.
Boom, the moon. Is this to distract from the fact that we're trying to open a gate and not let out a great worm or let in a great worm? We're gonna open Y'shtola's gate and not let in a great worm. Sorry. I always pick the money. I always pick the money. Oh, I hope I'm not doing spoilers here. I feel like I'm super behind. If you're somebody who cares about spoilers, and haven't gotten here yet, I can't imagine what your life must be like. Ooh, I don't have a question. It's just a question mark. Stretched out for a minute. Everybody take a moment. Take a few deep breaths. Change the position. Let's do it for 20 minutes. It's more than an hour, so it's time to stretch it out. That's been killing me lately. It's definitely from playing too much computer games. Flex. I don't really have muscles to flex. I'm more of a yoga type. Stringy, fluid, think Bruce Lee. I wish I had Bruce Lee's body. Oof. It's been an hour. I need to go. Like a quick intermission. BRP. I, like the prodigal son, returned. I love coming back to just like seeing my stuff, so that's nice. I decided for breakfast we're having coffee. What I missed when I was gone, you guys solve all the world's problems. Just the money's just raining in. More or less. Or expect more than less, right? It's gonna be a Hershey Kisses and chocolate kind of breakfast morning. All right, don't forget if you're here new, I'm Sean, Firefly 2018. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. If this gets lots of views, I will do it more often. All right, anywho, back to Eorzea. It's called Going Ham. I love it. Eorzea wishes to depart at once. If one and all are ready, then let us set forth. Preparations to complete. If I may beg a moment to exchange this vessel for its grown counterpart, it is in keeping of the alchemists of the High Crucible. Of course, we shall accompany thy thither, and thence become our journey. Like, I bet he and Zero are like BFFs. And we like the grown-up version of this fellow. Ooh, he says next dungeon. Ooh. Scaring me. Dungeon master. Oh, this one's far away. Might as well just walk. Like, scandalous. I just had to walk. Ugh. I thought we blew this up in the last episode. My, that a striking simulacrum indeed. Well suited to the work ahead, I doubt not. Allow me to explain Yshal's plan in greater detail. As you know, we seek to open the Void Gate in Mir Ladrum, that we might gain direct passage to the moon of the 13th. Whilst our comrades labor upon the moon, we must needs accomplish two tasks. The first is to procurement of substantial quantity of ether and a subsequent delivery of it onto the Tower of Babel. Said structure was once used to siphon the land's essence by way of the Typhroele spires. Such a method, however, do pose an unacceptable risk to the greater ethereal balance between our world, thus must seek an alternative means of conveying our requisite resource. Our second task doth pertain to the use of the Tower of Babel itself. You may recall the portal onto the moon was placed under the supervision of the Isgard contingent. If we would employ it to different ends, we must first obtain the contingent's express permission. I should like to believe they would not refuse us, so perhaps we should concern ourselves with the either problem first. Have you any idea whence we might source the vast quantity needed? Aye, a likely location doth come to mind, as every time I start with the I, it makes me a pirate. Let us make for the airship landing. There I shall reveal more. We can't talk and walk? Like, if we had to all meet at the airship platform, why don't we just meet at the airship platform? Jeez, he's like, you forgot where the airship platform is. And I was like, you're right, I have. It's all the way over there. You know what? Lazy. I'm gonna have to walk all the way down the pier. Why are they make it even at the end of the pier? Steps, I should, and I can't even mount. How rude. All this tedious W holding. Dog's upset. I never gotten this chocobo. I've probably never gotten this chocobo. Wait. Missed it. Where did I go? I went to the wrong place. I went to the wrong place. So I was trying to go to the Sinsby Bear, apparently. Well, this was his lovely scenic tour to get the chocobo. Lovely scenic tour. Look at these steps. I mean, no wonder my glutes look this fabulous. In case you wanted to know, a little kitty booty. It's okay to ogle my character. That's what I made him for. Still love glowing swords. Still my favorite. Yeah, let's go to the right place this time. There it is over here. The airship landing. This is what it's like to follow me around in the real world. Life is an adventure. This is a door. I got it. All are present and accounted for. Excellent. Shall we travel to Charlian and hence seek the nearby Isle of Ham? Near unto the surface of this isle, two rivers of ethers converge, churning energy and confluence is released by way of geysers. Originally, the Ragnarok was to be powered by ether harvested from the isle. But as well you know, the ultimate power source was ultimately found for the vessel. Passage into Ultima Thule to the very limits of existence was facilitated by not less than the strength of the Mother Crystal herself. As such, the Isle of Ham's vast ether deposits remained untouched. We may help ourselves to the energy provided we are able to secure the forum's permission. Yet again, with needing permission is nothing straightforward in this world. Such is the nature of politics, I fear, and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have been officially disbanded. No longer are we recognized as a collective, a somewhat disadvantaged position bureaucratically speaking. Fortunately, however, there is a recognized and respected body upon which we might prevail, the students of Baldesion. Upon arriving in Charleon, let us seek our friends at the Annex. So wait. Ultimately, he could have just told us to all meet in Charleon. Welcome back, Green. What brings you here today on such a colorful company? Greetings. On this occasion, we have come to seek the students of the Assistance matter of some urgency. In that case, you'll want to speak with Kirill. She's in the main hall, sorting through the archives. There's a visitor with her at the moment, but it's no one you don't know, so feel free to show yourself in. I guess we will proceed. The Gleaner. He's a cutie patootie too. Love a guy who has an extra pair of shoes handy.
Well now, if it isn't two of my dearest friends. As for the other two, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Not in this vessel, perhaps. Vashan. Though, you are welcome to call me Vritra, if you prefer.
That shrine.
Pay me no mind. I merely accompany them.
Oh. Low self-esteem
I
match?
pray you forgive us our intrusion. If you are occupied, we shall call again anon.
It's quite all right. We've just finished swapping all our secrets anyway. Erenville occasionally comes and shares the latest Gleaner gossip, you see. From forgotten ruins to mysterious relics, if there's aught that might be of interest to the students, he kindly lets us know.
Right.
Alas, I must soon depart on an expedition. As I may be away for an extended period, I wish to give Kryl fair warning. Hence my visit today.
I see. There are specimens that want for procuring, I presume?
No, it isn't guild ship business, but rather... homecoming. But enough about me. You have business too, yes?
Because why would they still be having gleaners? Because they're no longer preparing to leave the planet, right? Why does his job still exist?
Far from it. As a matter of fact, we should be grateful if you could stay and share your knowledge of the nearby isles with us. We seek a means to travel to the Void. There, a man named Golbez plots to invade our world. A man who even now holds my sister hostage. To that end, we require a great quantity of ether, which we understand may be had on the Isle of Ham. We came in the hope of exploring how it might best be procured.
You have a knack for finding trouble. If Gleaners collected world-ending crises, you could make quite a name for yourself in our profession.
Aww.
It's true the Isle of Ham is a veritable font of ether, but as it's under the Forum's direct jurisdiction, only a privileged few get to set foot there. I myself haven't.
Of course not.
So if we want to help ourselves to the Isle's ether, we'll need to secure the Forum's permission.
Or just sneak on. That's what I would do. Let's go for a little swim.
Very well. The students of Baldessian recognize your endeavors as combating a grave threat to the world. As representative, I hereby pledge our full assistance. Now that it's official, you may leave the politics and paperwork to me. Our operations remain small, but we shouldn't meet any undue resistance.
We are truly grateful.
Thank you for being a friend.
According to the original plan for the Exodus, ether collected from the Isle of Ham was to power the Ark. Art thou perchance familiar with the logistics of this endeavor?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. Nor do I think any cleaner would. You might have better luck asking someone involved with the Ark's construction. Margaret, for instance. She's a researcher in Charley and Hamlet. I met with her for a job recently, and she mentioned working on the Ragnarok's You could do worse than to seek her out while awaiting the...
We may well do just that.
Already bored.
Our gratitude for thine advice, and may...
You're quite welcome. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
I best start drafting our petition. Go on and find your researcher. I'll contact you as soon as we've made progress.
Let us leave matters here to Mistress Kryl, and...
Yes, yes. On to the next spot. You need me to stand around and look pretty again. How much of this did I really have to be here for? Did somebody else have gotten all the permissions and everything and then be like, hey, Warrior of Light, we're ready for this big fight. Are you down to come kill the big baddie? Alright, great. Maybe a big long soliloquy of like, well, here's what we had to go through to get all this stuff lined up for you. This is just game panning.
A pity you can't tidy yourself. I should have had Ishtola enchant you when I had the chance. And what have we here? Later, Kryl, later. You've work to do.
That's not foreshadowing at all. So, I mean, really, they as much as they're like, yeah, you're the Warrior of the Light, you're amazing, they still do treat us like we're just like some show pony. Just some show pony. So much fluff, but such a pretty world. I really wouldn't be mad if we all got teleported to this one. Wouldn't be that bad. Would be better than WoW. Oof. Visitors, how delightful. You require assistance and ask away. It's what happens to call your police. Do you know how the propulsion worked? We're trying to harvest the ether from the Isle of Ham and transported it back to the Ark. They built special tanks But now they can't use him. Because they have too much work to get them repaired. But now she's back and could start working on it again. She's really happy about that. The other people that were working on it, she can't remember. I do remember someone who might remember. He is back. He should be back now. Let's look for the fellow wearing an outfit that screams, "I've been on vacation and you haven't." Got a thread currently around someone who beats gods. I mean, right? You think my time would be more valuable than wandering around trying to figure out the logistics of how we're getting this ether to where? None of my input was even remotely required there. Now I'm running around conducting interviews at places. Looking for a guy that just got back from vacation. Like, this guy had better know what the F he's talking about. Like, bro. It's a mini one. Just pick him up by the ankles and shake the answer out of him. Better have good answers. So, I don't remember. And then you just walk away. She probably would have told us if we'd slapped her around a little bit. Oh, you don't remember? Slap! How about now? Remember how hard that hurt? Think harder! No. You know, version. The face that launched our teeny tiny toy boat. How have you been, Green? Able to catch a bit of rest? I see nothing of note. That face that, how's he been able to catch some rest? I don't remember this guy at all. Well, if I don't know about the ether tanks, who in God's name would? Born right in me very own workshop they were. Here they come to shake you down. How about you just tell us the answer, yo? But then some. Would bore you with all the details, at least not without a drink in me, so what's the interest in the tanks? Forbid me to explain. Oh god, anybody but Eorzea. Anybody but Eorzea. We're gonna be here for 6 years here in Eorzea trying to explain that. I see. I think I've got a long and short of it. Meanwhile, I've gone and got lunch, came back. He's still talking about it. He's like, actually, it goes without saying, but we all owe you more than we can ever repay. If you need our ether tanks, then they're at our disposal. There's just one problem. You need the forum's approval to set foot on the Isle of Ham. Were it up to me, you'd be on the next ship out, but I can't wipe their arse unless it's in accordance with procedural motions. Again. The burning and flaming. Like, the only dungeon you need in this one is us destroying the assembly. Just walking out, yeah? Fireballs and reckoning. Be like, why are we still talking about this? I'm trying to save the world, and I need your written permission to do so. Excuse me, combust. Yes. Oh, good. They're here. Maybe they will make it short. Oh, they're gonna hurt. Oh, good. Oh, good. All right. This wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was really about to rage. Like, they better come over here and tell me I'm like, dark, dark, dark. Don't you hate that when people stop your rage ball with facts? You're like, well, okay then. Right. We saved the planet like 8 times over at this point. A debt of gratitude. She's finally understanding what that is. Okay. Maybe that last meeting I should have been called in for, where everybody was all there and everybody's approving everything. All right, approved, 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 approved. Well, all right, let's go fight some shit. Let's go. Let's burn it down.
Bound for the Isle of Harm. You look like the ones Master Fortuno told me to expect.
Damn right.
If you're ready to depart, and so am I. Just say the word.
That's literally why I clicked the button.
Is something the matter?
Drama
I
queen.
did recruit one other to our party, but he is late to arrive.
No. I take it back. That might have been relevant information. Of course it is! Yay!
Forgive me my delay.
Thancred, what demon has possessed you today?
Thancred, 'tis good to see you.
Where's your girlfriend? Oh, wait, we got rid of her.
If it isn't
She blew up somewhere, didn't she?
They do grow up so quickly.
She became ether, or she became a dungeon or something. Right?
Of exciting new tribulations to face.
He knows how to pick them.
And you must be Zero. I've heard all about your daring do in Garlemald. A pleasure.
Apart from strengthening our company with his redoubtable skill at arms, Thancred may also serve as a mentor in those matters that trouble thee. I speak of the intangible forces which bring souls together. Thancred is possessed of experience both unique and insightful that I am sure he would gladly share with thee. Thou needst but ask.
I just got that one friend that talks funny. Thancred. What you having for brunch, Silver? The Aether Font is now accessible. Do y'all want to run the Aether Font? Or should I just queue up? Oh, and I have already received all these things for that. I haven't done my kill test reward. Or my trials reward. Oatmeal and a banana. Ready, set, go! Do you think May is gonna join us? I can't believe all y'all still play Final Fantasy. I don't even know which one we're doing. Aether font. Wait, can I just click on? Womp womp. I need armor 605. Something definitely just happened. We just had a power surge. Is everything still working? Aw. So nice. I don't have enough armor for 605. I'm at 602. Are you kidding? Let's see if my... It's not, yeah. Paladin... 617. Guess I can go as Paladin. I will suck, but I will... Like, I'll probably die the least this week. Person who's gonna take all the damage ought to be the tank guy. You're like, just replace the glove. I'm sure I can just go purchase it. I can make some. Look at you, Mr. Crafter Boy. Well, if I'm gonna go as Redman. The glove? Yeah, that was a pretty shitty glove. I felt like I had a better set of gloves for that somewhere. Oops. And I guess I do have poetics. Probably enough for a glove. Deadless can just have this stuff ready to hand. I probably have enough to get poetics for this. Is this the right one? I know one side's crafters and one side is the other. I was getting wrong. Yep, I was getting wrong. Wish there was a sign. When we left, there would be a sign. I'm with magic. Do indeed. For the gloves. There. Are you guys all ready for your debut? Are you on your appropriate job? Ready to carry me through this? You're forgetting you also have a time delay. Dallas is making... Caught him making gear. I beat you to it. He's like, I'm not ready. I'm gearing. I'm gearing. He's probably got just stuff in his pockets. Yeah. I mean, like, I need the, you're making the jewelry. I really need the jewelry. I always need the jewelry. Like, my jewelry's the worst. Well, I guess I'll go pee while you're doing that. Hold on. Guess I should probably turn on some music if that's we're gonna listen to something. Not to mention Rad's at Hand happens to be one of my favorite the caster chest. I feel like you already needs it higher than 660. I have the 660 set. Except the weapon. I need the weapon and the jewelry. I need the weapon and the jewelry to become perfect. But I mean, I will eventually get that through Poetics, will I not? You're really gonna make me a set. It like the crafter set. Like make me some some weapons for all of the crafters. That's what I like. That's what I started to do yesterday. And you're like, F all the. You gotta get your crafter levels up to make all your other stuff that you want to make. Yeah, I'm sure my computer is trying to melt. Like, I've been looking at new graphics cards with like a third fan because I'm burning through. Check. Not as bad as I thought. 97% my Nvidia Quattro. Forget how many it's got, but I have like, I want to say it's 12 gigabytes of dedicated video memory, but I'm watching the stream on one screen. I am streaming it over here and playing a video game, plus recording it. So my computer's doing a lot of work. In the winter, my computer makes enough heat to keep this room warm. I mean, granted, it's pretty well insulated building and such, but we don't get very cold either. We're not talking about like Midwestern winters. That's why I live in climate zone 3. And I don't need that to do the quest. Like, my item level is now sufficient to do the quest, to do the dungeon. If you guys are ready to do the dungeon, we can just do the dungeon. But if you ever want to send me level appropriate jewelry, I am the worst about making the jewelry or purchasing the jewelry. I feel like it has the least amount of impact for like the poetics and stuff. Because I mean, like, I'm gonna be level 100 in a week, so then I'll have a whole. I've already done that with the older currency. That's how I got this whole set. Like, I literally bought this whole set yesterday. Except the weapon. Kind of stretched out. My neck's killing me lately. Well, thank you, sir. But now I have to reapply my glam break because favorite weapon. What's in here somewhere? Skip it. Wait. Here it is. But you can probably sell that for good money, right? Sure, if somebody bought it. That was a marketable increase, though, for sure. Alright, so we are ready to do this. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. We're ready? Alright. You know, I've got a glam for every job, but that I'm just like keeping a glam plate like per job. Cause I'm like, whatever job I want to occur, like this is my white mage glam is pretty much like, I mean like it's nothing top and a little frilly wand. Oh my god, adorable polar bears. Weapon, left side gear, right side gear. Right, like, definitely. So it's always, the jewelry is always the last thing I do. I wonder if I have any, like, experience booster thingies. Commercial survival, reverse engineering, cordial. I don't remember what all this stuff does. Didn't food used to be a thing? Oh no! That flip was not the way it was supposed to be. The red mage flip got me again. But Lord, I love a red mage combo. Just, it makes sense to me. That's rude. Oh, we have a... Who's the painter? That's our ad. Or we plunge into the fray. Oh. I'm really bad. About talking and playing. To be fair. I don't know how I feel about the red mage changes since I have been back. Like, it took me a minute to figure out what they were. To be fair. Because they're minor, but this whole thing, just like giving you an opener combo, is pretty cool. The malefaction or whatever. And it pretty much just making Jilt 3 more spammable. Riding on a wave, you guys. Victomancer. Alright, let's see if I can dive in. Oh gosh, what was that? Why do I have that face? Dive out. Full combo, standing in the way. Fair enough, fair enough. But the important part is I'm doing damage, right? Oh, rude. Good call, good call. Save the DPS who's just trying to do the damage. Oh shit. Gonna try not to die. Didn't I used to have a mitigation ability? I don't know where that went. I mean, full combo. Twice now. Come on, we got this. Supposed to be standing next to people. Ooh, yep. I'm definitely that meme of the one who stands in all the slots. See, it makes it tolerable for me to be like, I don't know what that's happening. I'm just gonna keep spamming Jolt. The distance ring of healing. Yay! I love how they keep coming up with new ways to zip us from area to area. Well, exciting. Didn't I used to have a mitigation ability? I feel like there used to be a damage mitigation ability. Do I not just not have that on my bar? Magic barrier. I knew I had a thing. I knew it existed. Almost feels kind of mean. We're just mowing down random creatures. Oh, look at the penguins. Okay. You just threw an explosion, a mountain, and a cannon. That seems Fun. I need 60. Into a Scorch. To Overholy. Into Resolution. It's a fun combo. Aw, we had to kill that penguin. Cool monsters here. RPG. Yep. I see it in the chat now, Magic Bear. I knew there was one. Wow. That poor bear. Duh, bears. You're like, where do you know to stand? Right next to the healer. Always the best place. Especially when it's HK. The guru of all things. Aw, damn. I wasn't paying attention, I just popped my cooldown. Could have popped my cooldown. You are the guru of all things. The guru of all things. I mean, it's between you and Silver, for sure. But I mean, you're the healer. Crazy next boss? I just love the floor anyway. Like, sometimes it's good for your back. Which one? Full combo achieved. Very handsy. That doesn't bode that well. Ooh, when I take an auto attack, it hits for 32 hit points of damage. Just in case you wondered. This is a remix beat of one of the. Is this a remix beat of the Radzetan theme? Big bada da boom. This gel's 360. This one's 380, so it's only like a 20% potency less, and the casting time is the same. Similar motif, yeah. Like it's got everything in Thanavar has that like Indian dulcimer sound. Deadless is the real MVP here. I barely need to heal him, right? Didn't you know? Didn't you get that memo in the last update that white mages are now DPSs? And tanks are like, as long as you're doing damage, you're living. You're fine. Totally fine. Oh, this is like an advanced version of what's the octopus one at like low levels that throwing you around in the circles? It's really kind of awful. Early low levels. This is like an advanced version of that one, isn't it? Oh fuck, where did everybody go? Y'all all left me here. I would be screaming the whole way. I'd be screaming. I'd be terrified this whole way. And then you hit this button. You're like, ah! Just splat at face. Just can you imagine just face planting right there? That's how you make an entrance. You just duck and roll. Graceful bow. I probably should have just started with this. I mean, like, there's not very many places for us to stand. I was like, oops, got it. Sounds like I should have went forward. Look at that expert slide casting. Oops. Makes it a whole lot easier to worry about the rotation when you just have to stamp ups, until he does that. You're like, I'm gonna stay next to him. Probably should have went this way. Yikes. He's like, yep, knew you were gonna die. And then already fully healed, should have not even tried. Oh, danger zone, and yep. Nice. And a level up. Oh, there's that serotonin we love. And I probably didn't get shit at this level, but and a level up. It's been so long since I leveled up. Ooh, love the cinematics. Daedalus looking very Dark Knighty back there. Aren't you playing a Gunbreaker? No, there's a boss in this game that has similar. It's very early on. The sheet, like it's in the Shigan. Remember the boss with the guy has the bubbles that come up out of the ground. You have to keep those down, and things pop up. And then the second stage of it is the tentacle boss thing. Shh! It's a cutscene. I'm not using 100% of my GPU capacity, and I can hear my graphics card whirring like it's a...
Much obliged for clearing the way. We'll get to work at once.
That's his voice. Shut up.
Filling these up will take a good while. I appreciate it if you stood watch till we finished. I ain't getting chewed to chum by some ether-bloated bugger. Oh, by the by. Where were you planning on putting these to use? We could deliver them by airship, see? Provided that ain't too far.
We would need them transported to Galemon, to the Tower of Babel.
Ah, that's a long old journey. Too long for a direct flight. Tell you what, we'll send them over with the scheduled shipment of provisions headed that way. I'll make the arrangements as soon as we get back. Save some poor chocobos having to drag this lot through the snow.
Yeah, save the chocobos.
You have our thanks.
That's a campaign I could get behind.
Your generosity.
Oh yeah. Giggity. How hot's too hot for a graphics card? It's at 98 degrees.
Everything seems to be proceeding.
When should I start getting concerned?
I dare say you would have been fine without me.
I mean, you were just there for the emotional baggage and the eye candy.
You were not bound by contract or the threat of force, and you gain no advantage by devaluing your own contribution. Yet you must be bound by something to speak thus. What is it?
What binds me?
They're getting real deep.
A belief, I suppose. Born of our shared struggles. No matter where my comrades go, I have faith they will be fine. For I know that they will walk their chosen path as surely as I walk mine. I trust them, in short. Trite though it may sound.
Trust. I remember the word. How long has it been since last I used it? It had no place in my dealings. Not with other Voidsent, and certainly not with Xenos. Not even in the time before darkness engulfed the world. Full often did Memoriats betray their own, corrupted by the very power they wielded. You could trust no one but yourself. Alone we fought, and alone we fell.
Praise.
I wouldn't know how to trust. Is there some trick to it?
Just stay close to this one. You'll learn in no time.
We are pretty trusting. So we're fine.
Absolutely fine.
I confess I thought thou mightst have more words of counsel to offer.
Oh, she'll soon get the hang of it, even without my help. After our work here is done, I'll see myself back to the shadows. But before that, I take it you've heard as well.
Indeed. The client seeketh Archons, and 'twould seem our extensive travels and neutrality make us prime candidates.
Well, assuming we take on the request, I suspect I'll be stuck with you again. Don't let me down,
Yeah, did we ever actually go into what he's been doing this whole time? Just wandering the planet. Yep, we have good allies. Alright, so spell speed, tenacity, or piety. Spell speed? Not sure it matters. May now enter the ashram with a party of embassy avatars to use this feature of interest and duty. Okay, great. To the next stage. With the tanks and transportation thus arranged, our first task is completed. We may now turn our attention to the second, to wit, obtaining the blessing of the Isgard Continued Tower. Destination is Camp Broken Glass. There we may present our petition to Commander Lucia, who I feel like we know well. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. I say shouldn't, but obviously is. Green, allow me to personally thank you for your assistance. What brings you here? Pray for giving us a word in advance. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, schmackety. Saving the world. We need access to this thing. Emotional impact. Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. Would expect they are predominantly native Garleans, but of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by Endemis is still fresh. If the power were suddenly to lighten up, it could cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better than facing a mass invasion. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation. Yet even if we were to convey a warning to the public, many simply would not understand the workings of magic at the Rift. They will struggle to comprehend the forces. What is there to imagine? Haven't those people seen Voinset with their own eyes? Let's suppose you encounter someone who is freezing and is cold. A natural thing to do that might be to make them offer fire, yes? But if the person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it and they were harbored in acute fear, despite the benefits, nay, the necessity of the warmth you offer, they may flee instinct, misinterpret your actions, aggression, and lash out. Obviously, that wouldn't be like a norm. So, like the fire that torments the individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garland. We cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. Of course, there'd be some challenge to... I agree. To that end, contingent will assist however we can. We should speak to Alphanode and Elise. They, with their rapport with the established current people, I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. In the meantime, Eorzea, might I ask that you remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? Can we all just like throw them a party in the tunnel and be like, everybody go down to the tunnel for a night, we're gonna have a party, whoop whoop, and everybody just doesn't even see it, Well, then they're having a good time. That's the plan. Okay, where are we at for how long we've been on this? 2 hours and 21 minutes. So we're definitely due a break. I probably should just end the stream here, to be honest. Is anybody still watching out there? How do we feel about that? Did we like this kind of stream today? Is that because you got to participate? Which is good. I mean, like, I'm sure this is gonna... If all 3 of us watched it, that was for this whole 2.5 hours. That'd be more than I normally get. I'm biased, though. It's not really up to me. It's up to you. It's up to the viewers. It's up to... Did you enjoy watching this kind of thing? If this could be replaced with my daily waking bake, this might be fine. Whenever I'm here, anyway. Oh, we'll see what I can do with the video. But I think I'm gonna have to go get some real food. So let's call it a day, and we'll try to see what we can do tomorrow. I might still play Final Fantasy, but I think I'm gonna walk away from the stream for a while. Definitely the computer, get some real food. So I will see you guys on the next stream. Yeah. Okay. Trying to remember how to do that. Is there a straight up teleport to the free company somewhere? I mean, I paid for at least a month at this, and I bought Dawn Walker, so I mean, I need to get through it. Wouldn't there used to be a way to do that? Teleport to your free company. I don't remember how to do that. It's in the teleport menu. Looking. Oh, there it is. The goblet. Free estate hall. Just need a minute. Okay, but I'm gonna end the stream. Okay, bye!